Welcome to Awaken, your soul's unlimited potential. My name is Eva, and as always, I'm so happy to have you here with me. And today, I'm going to be sharing my perspective on something that I've actually witnessed happening all over the world, especially in the recent years, whereby we find that at the age that we're living, we have so much freedom to do anything that we wish. And the kind of connectivity we have right now, it's that someone can actually wake up today and have a thought, sit down, record a video, and share it on social media, whatever platform it is that you use, and have this perspective, this opinion reach so many people out here in the world. Now, the problem that's coming about to this is that when you share your own opinion, and then someone else doesn't agree, now it becomes a whole other issue. That's where we're getting the cancel culture. That's where we're getting so much fighting happening on social media, because it's this people's perspectives. It kind of actually create factions, right? Like, these people believe in this ideology and these people believe in this ideology, and now it's kind of like, now it's a war between these two people, like you're my enemy and you're my enemy and all that. And it's so crazy that, like, seriously, I find it to be so weird, where your mission or your reason for existence is based on, I have this opinion and I expect you, regardless of whatever kind of life you've lived, I expect you to accept my opinion, because my opinion is the absolute truth. And that's not the case. So many people forget that we might actually be seated here reading the same book, or even watching the same video. But whatever I'm gonna hear or read from this particular book or video is gonna be completely different from what you hear and what you read in that book, right? It's gonna be completely different, because my eyes, my ears, my current thought process won't be the same as yours. So whatever I gather from this, it's the same video, will be completely different from whatever you gather from that. So different perspective, different opinions, again, also influenced by basically our belief system, where how we've basically lived our lives. So we form different opinions, but it's the same content. But now the problem comes when I'm forcing you to accept my ideology, like my ideology is truthful. It's the only truth. It cannot be disputed and all that. And the minute I start forcing you to accept that, now I make you an enemy. And then I incite other people to get them to believe that you're an enemy because you have a different opinion. And what I want to share with you is that it's completely okay to have your own perspective. It's completely okay. Okay, it doesn't have to agree with everyone else, because here's the thing. Can you imagine a world where everyone was just like you? Everyone thought, everyone acted just like you, like nothing was different. So which meaning that your mother, your father, your brother, like, they're all versions of you. How interesting or how boring will that world be? Like, nothing new will actually get created, because there won't be a new thought process to question what is already in existence. If you look at basically how we've evolved as human beings, it's based on that questioning. Years ago, people didn't even believe that the world was round. Like, people believed that the world was flat, because that's all they were seeing. People didn't even know that there were other cultures and other people, other races that existed in the world, because all they could see was what was in their vicinity. It wasn't until someone questioned as to, but what if we started looking at the world in this way? What if we could actually build a boat that could transport us to maybe the other side? Maybe we might discover something else. And based on that reasoning, based on that questioning, we've actually gotten to evolve so much. We created new technology. We met people from all over the world. I mean, even look at the internet right now. Someone sat down and thought that, it will be really interesting if we could build an avenue that would make information so accessible for everyone out in the world, regardless of where you are. Someone actually sat down and thought of it. Okay? So imagine if everyone was just like you, everyone was thinking like you. Like, at what point will that need, that desire for something different, for something new to be experienced, actually materialize? It will never materialize, because everyone will just have the same opinion. So we'll never have evolved as, to the current experience we're having right now. So when you sit down and you say that my truth is the only truth and you are not allowed to have your own perspective, That's actually denying human evolution. They don't have to accept where you're coming from, and you don't also have to accept where they're coming from. Okay, that's how I want you to look at it. Having acceptance and understanding. I don't have to agree with you, but I can sit here and let you have your own opinion. But don't force your ideology on someone else and make them believe in whatever you want to believe in just because you assume that it's my way or the highway, because a lot of people have this opinion. The other thing I love to bring to your attention is that why is it that people get so offended by other people having their own opinions? Like, it's why would you get offended if someone, like, for example, woke up and decided to insult you today? Why get offended by that? I tell this to a couple of friends. It's that, and maybe you can actually even observe in your own life, that maybe when someone says something that's really hurtful to you, the only reason that it's hurtful to you is because something inside of you agrees with whatever they said. That this is a judgment that you've been having within yourself and you're so aware of, that when now someone else puts it out there, like puts it out to your face, where maybe you've been denying it previously, it becomes so painful because you're not ready to confront that truth for yourself. You've been hiding it from yourself. You've been scared of confronting that part of yourself, but now this is someone telling you to your face that this is who I think you are. And because you're not ready to deal with that, now it becomes like, I'm gonna get angry because how dare you. So the only reason you get angry is because something inside of you agrees with whatever they are saying. And correct me if I'm wrong. If you have a different perspective on this, do share with me down below. But here's the thing, right? Okay, so you get offended, right? Another avenue or another aspect I love for you to have is that I don't think I've ever met a happy person who wakes up and decides that today I'm just gonna make your life miserable. I'm super happy with myself. Like, I'm so satisfied, I'm so fulfilled, and so that let me wake up and ruin someone else's day by spreading some hate towards them, like telling you ugly, you stupid, like that. All these trolls that are on social media. I've never met someone who's completely satisfied and happy within themselves, who are actually willing to make someone else miserable. If anything, like, nothing really matters in the outside world. Like, everything is just happy, everything is good in there. Wow, they want to share their happiness with the world because nothing can actually phase them. And that's the kind of energy that you need to tap into. Like, it doesn't matter what's happening on the outside. Just continue doing you. I'm not saying ignore the social injustices, because there's a reason why they're there. There's a reason why people wake up and fight their causes and fight their revolutions and all that if there's so much injustice happening. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that it is okay that people are living life the way they are. If I'm okay within myself, I can look at you, hear you say whatever nastiness you have for me, but your words should not impact me in any way. If they're impacting me, like I said before, it's because something inside of you agrees with you. But now the other side of it, look at it this way, that only an unhappy person would feel the need to come and spread their hate. The hate and the discomfort or whatever they have within themselves to you. If this person was happy, they will never do that to you. So that's how I want you to look at it. And the best way to deal with that person is send them love, because they clearly need a lot of it. Send them love, send them understanding, have compassion for them. Because really, this person is probably hurting in such a painful manner. So don't fuel that flame even more by adding more hate to it. By now coming with your own opinion and saying that I think you're wrong and I think you need to be cancelled. Show some love, show some compassion for this person, because they probably need it so much. Okay, I'm gonna end the video right now. Let me know your comments down below if you agree with anything that I've said. What's your perspective on this current story that I've shared in this video? As always, if you do like the kind of content I do share out here, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and also click on the notification bell that's next to the subscribe button. And by the way, I actually have a surprise for you. I've prepared an amazing powerful meditation to help you tap into inner states of calmness and inner peace and inner bliss in less than 30 minutes. I think the world is really struggling with that, with controlling their emotions and all that, controlling their thoughts. and all that. Like, we suffer from all these stresses, all this anxiety that we see out in the world, that it actually affects our well-being. So if you like to have a very powerful meditation that can help you shift out of these states into feeling inner peace, inner bliss, inner calmness in less than 30 minutes, check out the link down below in the description box. Sign up to get the free and very powerful quantum flow meditation. Okay, and as always, I end my video by sharing how I can help you with this. How can I help you find more love and more acceptance for yourself? Help you shift out of this limiting beliefs, limiting stories, all this trauma, all these emotional wounds that you've been carrying with yourself all the way from childhood. If you want to know how to shift from this, you can check out my work down below. I do have 2 modalities that I work with. One of them is soul realignment, which actually is based on working with the Akashic records to help you discover your soul identity. Who are you really? Why do you do what you do? If you'd like to know that, the reason to that, based on, here's the thing, right? Like, a lot of people want to know who they are based on the personalities and all that, but I've seen that a lot of these personality tests really don't get to the meat, the core of why you actually do what you do. A lot of them don't actually explain that. So if you would love to know who your soul is, who God created you to be, what gifts God gave you to leverage to create your human experience, you can discover that with this powerful reading. You can discover where your soul originated from. Which star system did you first incarnate to before choosing to experience your soul experience in this current planet, in this earth that you're in right now? If you like to know where your soul is originally from, you can discover that with this reading. The third thing is that you get to discover where are you, where is your level of consciousness, where is your level of awareness dimensionally, which dimension are you currently tapped into and getting your guidance from. Okay, if you like to know how to also raise your vibration and all that, you can discover that with the soul realignment reading. The other thing you get to discover is your particular soul story. Where did you start making mistakes as a soul? Which lifetime did you start making negative choices that created the karma that you're still reliving right now? All of the people, all of the experiences that you're currently attracting into your experience right now, a lot of it is actually tied into a past life version of you that started making those choices that created this energetic block in your blueprint that you're still now currently attracting these people in order to help resolve this karma for yourself. So if you're curious about that, you want to know your particular soul story and what blocks and restrictions that you incarnated here to help resolve, you can discover that with the reading. And the last thing is that you get to clear all these blocks energetically, heal on an energetic level, remove all this karma, and then now going forward, based on all this information that you'll have on how you're supposed to show up in the world as a true and authentic version of yourself, now you can be making more positive choices that really support who your soul was supposed to be. So that's how powerful this reading is. This is for you if at all you're struggling with loving, accepting yourself, if you're struggling with attracting the same people, the same experiences over and over again, and you just want to be done. If you're struggling with explaining why has life happened to you the way it's happened to you, there's a reason for that, and you can discover that with the soul realignment reading. The last modality I work with is called quantum flow, which is all about rewiring your nervous system, helping you clear all these blocks that you've created within your nervous system, which you consider to be the memory system of your unconscious mind. All the trauma, all the emotional wounds, all those negative situations you've experienced in your life, your body actually remembers it through your nervous system, meaning that it actually creates crystals inside of your nervous system that actually block the flow of energy inside of your body, which actually impacts different areas of your life. Your physical, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual well-being, all those areas are actually impacted if the energy is not flowing freely. So with quantum flow, you get to break these crystals down, get to actually transmute all this trauma, all these emotions, and now tap into the energy of manifesting better experience for yourself on the outside world. You'll have a better physical well-being. If you want better emotional well-being, being able to actually manage your emotions, because a lot of people are struggling with anxiety, with depression and all that, you can actually tap into that with the quantum flow methodology and use it as a lifestyle together with whatever methods you're tapping into currently. And basically, it gets your chakra system into tip top shape, if I can say that. So, if you're curious about that and you'd like to know more, connect with me down below. You can check out the quantum flow session, or if you have more questions on that, you can connect with me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm always happy to assist wherever I can. For now, I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now, and I hope I'll see you on the next video.